A thick blanket of snow covered Wilhelmshaven as the crew boarded newly restocked U-48 and the diesel engines roared to life once more as the boat slipped out of her berth. U-48's last patrol was plagued by bad luck, to say the least, from severe sickness spreading throughout the boat, causing much of the crew to be hospitalized, to bad weather and few enemy ships spotted. It certainly was a patrol to remember for many bad reasons. The good news is it is now 1940 and the crew is refreshed and has recovered from all their ailments. A vacation to the Alps also helped with recovery. BDU wants U-48 to patrol the Celtic Sea once more, hunting grounds that have proven to be quite bountiful for us in the past. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard U-48 as we commence a brand new patrol in U-Boat. Our orders from BDU were to initially head towards the Celtic Sea and conduct anti-shipping operations in that area. However, there is a change of plans. On this very foggy morning, we just received a radio message from BDU, and we are now to head to grid AN1, just to the east of Scapa Flow here. Should be interesting, not what I expected. Much shorter distance, but that's okay, we will make it work. Let me also erase some of this scratch over here. Now you may notice we have a full complement of crew this time around. It's January 24th, 1940, so we've been in base for about a month now. All of our injured crew, or sick crew I should say, have recovered and now everyone is aboard U-48. So we have quite the complement here. We have 3 leading officers, 2 mechanics, and 2 radio men. So overall, very, very well rounded. If we successfully complete this mission, which I feel we will, then we will get another engineer. So 3, 3, and 2, I think that is perfect for us. So that way, 2 of our boys can rotate in the diesel engine room or electric motor room, and then 1 guy can just focus in on torpedoes. It's currently 7:10. We haven't made contact with anything just yet, but the boat is humming along. Let's go, well, we're in the middle of the North Sea here. Let's just quickly do a hydrophone check down to 10 meters. Let's also flip on the gyro compass and check our depth under keel. I'd like an echo sounder reading. We are going to assign an additional sailor to Schutzer to help increase our hydrophone range. We do have some other radio messages from BDU, mostly informing us of other convoys and ships in the area. We did get a report of a convoy way down here in the English Channel, too far for us to really move and engage. Not really concerned about that whatsoever. We were running low on food in the previous mission, so I really made an effort to stock up. We have a good amount of food. We also have a lot of replacement parts, as we did run low on those previously as well. Let's go transfer some potatoes into the galley, and U-48 has submerged. I highly doubt we're going to pick anything up here, but it's a good way to check those pipes, make sure none of them are leaking. Okay, we're coming to a complete stop now. Well, as suspected, we are not picking much up. That's okay. Not concerned about it. Just figured I'd do a quick check. And we are going to patrol this grid. I'm thinking we will try to get close to Scapa Flow. Maybe probe into AN14 here. Don't want to get too close. I'm sure air cover is going to be rather high. And we'll patrol right around here. And we'll see what we can pick up. The fog is cleared up and we have reached our patrol area. Let's shoot that off to BDU. It's January 25th, 1940. We need to sink 10,000 tons of enemy shipping in the area. We also just got a report informing us of a convoy heading north-northwest up this way. We also got this. Some merchants leaving London. I guess an aircraft flew over and informed us of that. That's way down there. Obviously not much of a factor, but the merchant ships down here, north-northwest, speed 8 knots. If they don't change course and they continue chugging along, we may actually encounter them. We will see though. Let's quickly do a hydrophone check. They were moving 8 knots, so we were going about the same speed. All right, dive down, hydrophone check. See if we can hear anything. No contact has been made on hydrophone. We will surface the boat and continue on our patrol. It is 8:34 in the morning. We have a hydrophone contact here. Ship propellers 331. Now I did upgrade Shootzer here. He does have a skill. Not you. Wrong guy selected. Let's select the right sailor here. He does have a skill where he can recognize propellers. So we'll see if that kicks into action here. Some distance away. Let's change course. I think they are heading. They're medium speed closing in. 20 to 30 kilometers out. So they are closing, which is good. I think they're heading northeast up this way. So we will surface the boat and pursue. U-48 is booking it at a speed of around 14 knots. We are burning fuel, that's for sure. And lo and behold, smoke on the horizon, 340 degrees. Yeah, I know we are close. We are in fact close. Let's bring up the compass and come to the left. And one thing I know a lot of folks do say, hey, you should bring your depth gauge and stuff over to the left of the UI, and I would do that if these buttons were on the other side. I wish I could move these buttons around. I think it would look, the UI would look very clean if the buttons were on the left side and I had some of the gauges just pop up on the left. But unfortunately, I do find these buttons just to be kind of in the way if I do that, so we're rocking it old school for the time being. I guess I could have the gauges out like this. Who knows? Who knows? The UI is kind of funky in this game. I do not find it as intuitive as Silent Hunter 3, for example. But still, this actually isn't a bad idea. I do like having the compass out at all times. And then speed right down here, possibly. I wish I could hide it all with one button. I would just have the UI organized like this, but then it kind of overlaps with this stuff here. I suppose I could just deselect it and hide it. Anyway, that's the end of my rant. That's the end of my little rant. The UI in this game is interesting. There are some decisions that I wish were different, but it's okay. We make do with what we have. It's all very minor stuff like the overlapping. Regardless, we'll deselect that because we don't even need it up. Let's change course slightly. New heading, 340 degrees. Let's come to the left. Okay, we got him. It is a freighter. It looks like a rather large freighter at that, and I'm thinking this might be a hostile vessel. Let's increase speed. I also think the ship might be zigzagging. Okay, I want one of my engineers to come over here. Begin maintaining torpedoes. Get them ready to go. Yeah, let's change course. All ahead flank. And I'm thinking we're going to move around and try to fire a torpedo at this target. Looks like a rather large ship. Continuing to change course. What's our speed now? 13 knots in the turn. Bring up the recognition manual. And we will go to British. Okay. Single stack. Amidships. It could be an Empire type. Part of me thinks it might be this tanker, the war class. Although, the more I look at it, the more I'm not feeling that, no. Probably a freighter. It's got a king post in the rear. Most likely an Empire tower, 5,000 tonner. Yep, if I had to guess, that is absolutely it. Let's bring up the stopwatch over here and try to see if the ship is turning. Hard to tell. We will continue to examine the vessel and see if she is zigzagging about. Okay, the ship's angle on bow is probably 30 degrees at this point. Let's change course. New heading, 337. One torpedo is maintained. Let's maintain tube 1 as well. Maintain those 2 torpedoes, please, and thank you. And we are going to turn in. We are moving rather quickly. 2 torpedoes maintained, and I just see a whole lot of red on this flag. I'm pretty confident it is an enemy vessel. It's hard to tell if she is slowly turning into us. It could be Norwegian, I suppose. Difficult to see. Magnification isn't that good on the Uzo. Tube 2 is maintained and ready to go, and we have spotted a U-boat. Okay, dive the boat. Periscope depth, periscope depth. We're getting close. We can make the rest of the approach submerged. I'm wondering, is there another U-boat out there tracking this freighter? We will watch this. Upscope. Let's examine this situation here. I think I may have barely made it out. Well, if the ship isn't zigzag, maybe that U-boat is the reason this ship is zigzagging. Hard to tell. We will dive just in case. Okay, we have submerged. I want Anthony Bloom on the TDC, Wolfgang on the attack scope, and you, Kurt, helmsman station, please. Let's check out the TDC here. First things first, set to 40 knots. Okay, let's take a look at our scope. Raise it. I'd also like to reduce speed.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Okay. 6 times zoom. I'm not seeing this U-boat. It's possible the U-boat submerged as well. Let's change course. New heading, 345 degrees.
9,2 Grad.
I said she was off to 315, so this other U-boat is potentially behind the freighter. Is our hydrophone operator hearing anything? Kaarel Hines, get on the hydrophone.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Additional sailor as well. What you got? There she is. Big old freighter. No U-boat. It's possible the other U-boat submerged. We'll keep our eyes on it and see if this thing gets torpedoed. I'd like to torpedo this ship first, though. Ship propellers few. They're detecting multiple propellers. Off to 331. That's where we're looking. Type 7B, 331, freighter 330. I am examining this. I think this freighter has been stopped by another U-boat. There's a U-boat right behind the freighter there. It does, in fact, look Norwegian. Surface the boat. I have never seen this before. This is amazing. This is really cool, actually. Okay, go ahead and surface. Change course, increase speed, all ahead standard. There is the other U-boat right alongside this freighter here. That is amazing. It does not look like she's moving. The target is not putting up a wake or anything. I think she has come to a complete stop. I'm still kind of in shock about this whole situation. Change course, target's still too far. Burning a lot of diesel fuel, reduce speed a bit. Don't need to rush things at this point. Okay, we're in front of the freighter. All stop. All stop. This other U-boat's right over here. There she is. Hello. Have their navigation lights on. Okay, we will board this freighter. Unarmed and unescorted. We are going to send a delegation to the freighter, and look at all these skills we have. Otto Wolfgang has the navigator skilled now. We also have Michael Nod with the ship engineering skill, so he can scuttle ships on his own. And anyone else we want to send? Runner, radio man, sensitive hearing. I think that's really okay. Kurt Hoffman's a merchant, so there we go. We'll send some other sailors. Continue. Send this delegation over to the Norwegian freighter. Okay, here we go. This guy doesn't speak German, but he does speak English. We do have an English speaker on board. Yeah, I want to see your shipping documents. They're heading towards Bergen. We're going to put pressure and say this seems to be false. The course doesn't look like they're traveling to Bergen. The course is actually correct. Okay, I've mistaken things. Part of me wants to also make up some claims, but we will search the cargo hold while we are here. Progress is slow. Let's see if we find anything. It does look like they probably are sailing to Bergen, but from the UK, if I had to guess. So we'll see what we find. Well, we completed our search. There was nothing. Let's see the transported goods. Just a bunch of replacement parts. Meet the captain in his office, and we will return to our ship. All right, we'll see you later. We'll continue our patrol. It does look like they are heading to Bergen, so we'll let it slide this time around. Another hydrophone checked has found something. They have to be pretty darn close, considering we can't see them, hear them through a landmass. So they're, let's see, what are they saying? They're unsure. Medium speed, 50 kilometers out, give or take. So probably right around here. Let's stay submerged for the time being. Get on the hydrophone. And we are going to track them. I want to see which direction they are actually heading. If they are following the coast up towards Scapa, perhaps? Let's see here. Medium speed. 179. Okay, they're heading south. Got it. All right, we got our course. Change course, surface the boat. We are going to give chase. We got them off to 040 relative. They are moving quickly. Very, very quickly. Hugging the coast. I think we are in a pretty good position to intercept at this point. So we are going to book it. We are currently recharging our compressed air. We just did a hydrophone check to find them. There's no way they are that far away from us now. There is no way this is another neutral freighter. So this will be our first catch of the patrol. The masts of this vessel are starting to peek up over the horizon. It is absolutely British. We are going to torpedo it. So what we are going to do, I need one of these guys to come over here and begin maintaining 2 torpedoes. Maintain tubes 1 and 2, please and thank you. The sun is starting to come up, so we are going to want to submerge here soon. This ship is just hugging the coast as well. We are going to be operating in rather shallow waters. Hopefully there's no warships around to make us pay for that. The sun has risen and we are in position. The enemy contact is on a perpendicular course with us. We are going to drop down to periscope depth now. We are also going to reduce speed even further. Let's check the torpedo situation. They should have been maintained and ready to go, but I want to make sure they still are. Let's see here. Okay, get back to work. Maintain them again. Just keep maintaining these torpedoes. And down we go. Let's have Wolfgang get on the attack scope. Hoffman onto the TDC. There we go. And Anthony Bloom, helmsman station. I love having this many leading officers. It certainly makes things a lot more pleasant. Let's assign an additional sailor up into the conning tower to assist Wolfgang. There is the British coast, and there is our target. It looks like behind the freighter, there's a whole bunch of houses and stuff. And they're going to get one hell of a show here, aren't they? I think we're in a fairly good position. If anything, I would like to come maybe 30 degrees
Kurs
to
3,
starboard.
0, 3 Grad.
And we have all day to wait here and track this freighter. We'll probably have to do more maintenance on the torpedoes to make sure they are ready to go. Let's also check depth under keel, please. Depth under keel here. 49 meters. It is a lot deeper here than I expected, so that is fantastic. If things get scary, we'll have enough room to kind of run away here. Operating this close to the coast, you never know when a destroyer is just going to appear. We are getting nice and close to our freighter friend here. I think it's time to start acquiring information. First things first, I would like to get the target's distance. Let's quickly identify her. Bring up the recognition manual. This is a coaster N-A1. I do think that is absolutely her. Hopefully we can lock on to the target here. Sometimes this is the worst thing ever. We'll lock on. Sometimes it just does not want to lock. There we go. Recognize. Recognize the target. We are locked onto her. Let's see. I'm getting 50 centiradians. They're about. Let's bring up our booklet here. We are currently zoomed in, getting 50. The target height. Target height is 20 meters. At 20 meters and go down to 50 zoomed in. So she is 1.5 kilometers away. Okay, we are going to plug that in. 1.5. She's a lot closer than I thought. Okay, do not follow for the time being. 1.5. We are going to change course now and attempt to get the target speed. Let's unlock. There we go. Unlocked. And also let's drop our scope down a little bit as well. Maintain tube 1. Keep coming right. 12 more degrees.
3, 5, 4 Grad.
Bring up the stopwatch. What is the target length real quick? Target length 78 meters. Got it. Okay, good. We should be steadying up here. Steady up. Rudder midships. Come left a bit. Overshot. Got to correct. Hard to port.
Backboard.
Come on. And get it set lined up. She seems to be moving rather quickly. Top speed is 10 knots though. I feel like she may be making that 10 knots. We'll see though. Length again, 78 meters. And now we wait for the bow of the vessel to cross the wire. Quickly, let's go to the TDC. Angle on bow 80 degrees. Range probably about a kilometer. Let's reduce speed further.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
God, I hate when he's don't move my scope. Okay, there we go. And get ready to start. Start. Okay. Timer is going. Get ready to swing to port. Make sure our torpedoes are ready. I sure hope they are. Get ready to stop the stopwatch once the stern crosses the wire. And stop. There we go. Left full rudder. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So we are taking 78 divided by 20 times 2. 7.8 knots. 7.8 knots. Okay, swinging around. Keep swinging. Angle on bow is going to be darn near 90. Target speed 7.7. That's actually pretty much what I needed. Go 7.7. Range 800. Okay, torpedo speed, forward, parallax, good. Fire control boxes. Launching tube number 1, salvo off. Launch lever bridge, set, set, set. Good. Go to the TDC. Follow, good. Keep swinging the port. Increase speed to make this
Langsame Fahrt
happen.
voraus.
Well, unfortunately, we're not able to swing around fast enough. We are going to have to lurk away and re-engage. It should take about 40 minutes until we're back in position to attack. At least we acquired all the necessary information needed. It is go time now. Quickly, let's try to get target range. 5... Yeah, once again, 1.5 kilometers out. That should be fine. She really looks like she is moving fast. Go to the TDC. Angle on bow, 70 degrees to port at the moment. Target speed, 7.7. Distance, 1.5. Set. Parallax mode forward. Torpedo speed, 40 knots. Make sure we are tracking good. Target length, we are not firing a salvo, so that is not much of a problem. Okay, no tube selected to launch. Got it. We will go down here and set it all up. Launch mode, tube 1, salvo off. Launch lever bridge, gyro angle receiver is the bow. Transmitting through the attack scope. Bow torpedo tubes, we are working on tube 1. Set this to 40 knots. How long? We may be firing tube 2. Yep, okay, tube 2, go to the fire control boxes. We are going to fire tube 2. They are still working on tube 1. And go to the torpedoes. Flood tube 2. Begin flooding. Good. Where's our freighter friend? Got it, good. Okay, tube 2 flooded, depth is good. Let's see here. Gyro angle 10 degrees. We will fire once she hits 010 degrees relative, right? There we go, gyro angle 0. It's going to swim right out the tube. Perfect. Did they just maintain tube 1? They sure did. They sure did. I want to quickly check and make sure tube 2 is actually ready to rock and roll. Yeah, it is. We're good. We'll fire tube 2. That's fine. This attack is looking pretty darn perfect to me. Stay on the scope. Quickly, let's try to see if I can get target range. Let's see, we'll line this up. 5, 10, 70. 70. We are zoomed in. Target height is 25, if I'm remembering correctly. 1.3. Okay. We are just going to set it. Again, just guess. 1.2. 1.2 by the time we are ready to fire. Angle on bow. Looks right at 90. Okay. Set it. AOB 90 degrees. Probably a little less. Gyro angle 35.9. That's fine. So come just here. Good. Make sure it's synced. And this is what we do. We triple check everything. It's probably past 90. Angle on bow. 95. There we go. Okay. Tube 2, los.
Los!
There we go. Tube 2 is away. Well, we hit the target and we hit her good, right in the stern, not where I was aiming. She may have been moving a little faster than I put in. Also, the angle on bow was increasing to a more obtuse angle relatively quickly. But, geez, bow's already nearly submerged. She's sinking. Nice. Shoot that off. There we go. Down she goes. Just right to the bottom quickly. We can examine the wreckage. You know what? It's risky, but let's go ahead and do it. We're pretty darn close as it is. And this is why it's best just to go around if you're not 100% comfortable with your solution. I was not happy with mine. Went around, had all of my readings, and was able to fire. Of course, later in the war, when you're firing at escorted ships, That's a little more difficult, of course. Let's change course a bit,
Kurs 2, 9,
increase speed, and investigate this wreckage. We have pulled up alongside the wreckage. Float tires. I don't want a bunch of tires. They were just carrying tires. How cool is that? Well, I really don't want that on my boat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I could just cancel this interaction. Let's see. We're loading some of the tires on board. Fascinating. Pretty cool that that's what they're carrying. Yeah. Well, doesn't look like any of the crew survived. That ship went down so quickly. Let's check the storage. Yeah. Just 2 tires. Throw that out. Okay, we are going to turn away from the coast and get the heck out of here. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.